Who's a fat boy?
Podcast Fat Boy.
Episode 27. You are listening to episode 27 of Podcast Fat Boy. I'm in a bad habit right now. Looks like I'm doing one a month, but I will get another. I will break this habit in September because finally the weather is nicer. It is more agreeable. It is. We are moments away from fall, people. Everybody hug your spouse. The leaves are going to change. The best part of being in Canada, fall, baby. Can't wait for it. Halloween's just around the corner. I still got to see It. Have you guys seen It yet? By It, I mean the clown movie, okay? I haven't seen it yet. I saw the B movie they did with Tim Curry, I guess when I was a small kid, and that really scared me. I don't think it holds up well. I think some stuff does, but overall it's pretty cheesy, and it was a TV movie, if I recall. It didn't even go to theaters. But apparently this one, pretty intense, scary clown movie. So yeah, I'm down with that if you are. Oh, but yeah, it is, I say that fall's just around the corner, but it does not feel like fall, folks. It is very warm today, and I cannot stop feeling a bit moist on my forehead. Okay, I can't shake this feeling of the heat that's trying to hang on from the summer. This always happens in September, and I'd like you to piss off and bring in the cool air so that I have a permanent air conditioner coming in through the window. Thank you very much. That's a request, Mother Nature. Write it down. Tuck it in your bootstrap. So here I am. It's episode 27. It's that magical number when I can't think of 27 without thinking of all the great musicians that have died at the age of 27. Morrison, Elvis, no, not Elvis. Amy Winehouse and Jimi Hendrix, all these guys, Kurt Cobain. I could go on and on. And Anton Yelchin. Oh, I forgot about him. He was 27. That sucks. Anton Yelchin, probably the shittiest death for the most part. Like that one really sucked. That guy had a lot of promise. He was on a good roll, and then his fucking car pinned him against his gate at his house, and he asphyxiated and died. That is a legend. 27 club death. So I'm just saying that, yeah, maybe if the podcast, if I make the decision for the podcast to die right now, then I'll be possibly one day revered in that club, that famous Death 27 club. Morrison Hendrix Podcast Fat Boy. I'll think about it, guys. I'm going to sleep on it on my Casper mattress and pillow, and I will see if that is a good idea moving forward. So this may be it, guys. And I just, you might have to wait for a doc to come out about the podcast. That's my decision. Okay. How have you guys been? Everyone's been good. Is everyone starting to feel like, you want to exercise a bit more because the weather's getting a little cooler and you don't feel like you're breathing in pounds of smog outside? I think I've mentioned before how I really don't bike ride in August in the city because I can smell cars. And I know that's not good to breathe in when I'm dying on a bike because, my stamina is not quite where it should be. So, I've been watching lots of TV. I haven't been working as much as I should. So I've had a lot of Netflix time, and I am definitely in somewhat of a Scientology wormhole right now with watching Leah Remini's show and, some other docs that have come out, and even watching, Handmaid's Tale. I can't stop thinking about Scientology because it seems like it kind of relates to it a lot, and Elizabeth Moss is a Scientologist. And that got me thinking, as an actor, how if I were declared a suppressive person, and say I got like a little bit part on that show, had a couple lines, or just one of those fucking millions of guards that walk around that show and don't say anything. And, if I was declared an SP or something, then it could probably come down all the way from the top to Elizabeth Moss to be like, you have to tell them to fire that guy. He's an SP. And she would be like, it's him or me. And before she even said it's him, or they would have like cut her off and I would have been fired immediately. So don't want to be an SP. So I'm really not, I don't want to have any opinions about Scientology on here, because I'm sure before I even post it, there's an algorithm running through that they're checking to see what I'm saying. So, that if I say anything, it ain't going to be on the mic, baby. It ain't going to be on the mic. But if you want to join my Scientology wormhole, you could send me a private message, and we can have a chat about that. I feel like there seems to be a mention of North Korea every podcast over the last couple of months. It's making me itchy, but I there's something really scary about it. Just before, I was getting stuff organized for this podcast, and I opened up the news, and it was like breaking news. They just shot a rocket over Japan into the ocean. So not like by Japan into the ocean, right over them. They shot a rocket. So that's getting a little gutsy, and it's scary with Trumpy there in the States, because he's a loose cannon. He's a soon to be 72-year-old man who's probably been thinking about death for a long time anyway. His mortality is running out. So that's a scary thing. And then to have a North Korean guy who's my age running that entire country is another scary thing. And also the States will not protect us in the event that we get missile shot at us from North Korea, because we've been really staying out of their ballistic missile program, the defense, whatever. We don't want to part of it because we don't have any fucking nukes. What are we going to do? Jesus. But good news is I don't think North Korea really gives a shit about us. I just don't trust their aim. I think their aim's shit. So they're going to aim for New York, and it's going to bounce off the Eiffel Tower. What is it? Bounce off the Statue of Liberty and land right between our eyes over here. Something dumb like that's going to happen. But I think it'd be the west part of Canada to be worried. Okay, that's enough. This is not bunker talk yet. We are not there. We're doing bunker talk, but if this is something you're listening to during those times, like I say on every show, I hope you're having a good time listening, and you're forgetting about the horrors outside your window for a little bit. Okay, moving on. I have some concerns, but first I will. I've got a couple. Toronto Star. That's our national paper. No wonder people fucking hate us when they say that that's our national paper. I'm starting to hate it because there's just some dumb articles coming out, and it just really shows that, there's a study one day, there's a study the next day that's different. So fuck, I don't know what to believe anymore. We're going to get into that. First, we're going to talk about my health right now. Okay. So I have been amping up exercise. I've been trying to eat better. Not eating out. I feel like I've said this a million times on different episodes, but this time I'm like a drug addict. This time it's for real. Okay. It's for real. I've done 2 hard bike rides already this week. I took Wednesday off because I was very busy, but Thursday, which is today, I went and did some, I played some Frisbee golf. I did 9 holes of Frisbee golf, got in about 7,000 steps doing that. And it's taxing. It's taxing launching those discs. Okay, it's not an easy thing. And I had to carry my beer. I had to keep worrying about my beer spilling over like that. That was stressful. That was another part that probably, it made it a little bit harder for me. I got to think of a better way to bring my beer when I'm playing frisbee golf in the public parks. I do encourage you to try it if you haven't tried frisbee golf. It is a lot of fun and it's free. You just got to buy your own discs. You can show up whenever the fuck you want. Okay? Call me. Well, let's go. Let's have some fun. But anyways, I have been getting back into shape, going to the gym here and there. And I'm going to start playing hockey again this Sunday. I have my first ice hockey game. I haven't played ice hockey since I was 15 years old is the last time I played in a league. And let me tell you, the last time I played, it was in the gold finals of my house league fucking league. We went to a shootout. I was the last shooter, and I deked that fucking goalie so hard out of his jockstrap that I literally sat down and had a cup of coffee before I just tapped the puck in the net. I had a moment. I remember I was like, oh, the net's wide open. I looked at the ref and I was like, and he was just ready to fucking throw that finger down, saying goal. And I won the championship, retired at 14. And since then, I've just played a little bit of shinny here and there. So it's going to be, I'm going to probably puke on the bench. I'm just getting ready for that. Might have a puke on Sunday night. It is a 10 o'clock game. Uchi Mama. That is a late ass game. So that's good. And then I got ball hockey coming up. So I've got 2 days a week where I'm doing physical activity, which I encourage you to do. There's so many things you can do that is not just staring at yourself in a fucking mirror while you're running in a treadmill. You can go and play with friends and have fun and try to, dodgeball, anything. You can fucking, it really is the best thing. And there's a lot of programs out there where you don't have to spend so much money. So that's the best way to get back into exercise. And then it's if I go to the gym 2 days a week after that, that's pretty fucking good. That's a lot of fucking exercise, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Dan Potter. Wow. Sorry about that. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? So, I do have some motivation. I have a couple of months until I've got a couple of government cards that are expiring. That's correct. My driver's license and my health card, which means I got to get my ass in there and get some new pictures because they're 5 years old. And, they never look great. The last one, though, that I took, it really showed. It was like, wow, I have gained some fucking weight here, folks. The proof is in the pudding, I'm pretty sure. And the pudding's my face. So it has been kind of a silent motivation for me to be like, I want to look better than that in the next one that has to hold on till I'm in my late 30s. So I am going, that is the motivation. I'm trying to get down around 200 pounds for that. Because I think I'm at about, I think I've lost about 4 pounds. So I'm at 222, 221, something like that. But I've got this focus, I've turned my brain a certain degree to get me more focused on achieving these goals. Whereas before it's I'm kind of chasing my tail, what do I do next? So I'd feel a better focus, and I feel I'm feeling a lot better with, I can feel my body changing is essentially what I'm saying here, folks. So one thing that's kind of been, with working out, meditation, I think is very important. I've got, talking to a lot of friends that are meditating and stuff now, and I've started to get back into it, and it's hard. I can only do it about 2 or 3 times a week right now for a half-hour thing. Sometimes I like to do it after I work out. Kind of cools me down, but it's it does. I think it feels good. I think sometimes it just makes me sleepy, but I think you got to turn the fucking noise off, especially in this fucking country. It's just in this part of the world, it's fucking noisy as shit. You're constantly worried about everything. So I've been doing that. That's good. Am I right? And so let's talk about these Toronto Star articles. So the first one I'm going to talk about, it is the anniversary of me using a standing desk. Now, it's been 2 years since I've been using a standing desk, and I have, during that time, not sat for work very much. I have a mat that I stand on that is, memory foam, so it takes the pressure off your feet, so you don't get as tired. And there's an article in the Toronto Star that came out a few weeks ago, and it's saying that standing desks could actually be worse for you than sitting. And it could be linked. You have twice the chance of getting heart disease over someone that sits. What the fuck? This is nuts. Okay, so for the whole reason I got the standing desk was because they were saying that sitting is the new smoking. Okay, that was the tagline. And to tell you the truth, I was feeling shitty. Like my I could feel like I was getting carpal tunnel. My back was really hurting all the time. I had a bad lower back. My shoulders were sore. So I was always leaning over, and you can feel your posture's fucked. So as soon as I started doing this standing, it did make everything feel better. I don't get back pain that much anymore. It's very rare, and I do get sore sometimes standing, and I guess there are times when you should just sit down or have a stool or something that you can work on. I think that's where it is, but it's created a fucking complex in me now where I haven't worked at the standing desk now for a couple of weeks. I'm sitting again, and I have a fucking lumbar pillow that I fucking strap to my body just so that it stays on my fucking back. And because it falls down my chair, it drives me crazy. So I walk around with this pillow strapped to me, and I'm just sitting there, and my legs were fucking killing yesterday. My right leg, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So and then it's Friday tomorrow. I don't know if I want to put the desk out for one day. Fuck. Maybe I will. Because I do like working at the standing desk. But now I've got this complex because the fucking Star comes out with some bullshit study. And 6.6% of workers who stood in jobs ranging from cashiers to chefs to nurses to bank tellers developed heart disease. And only 2.8% of those mostly sat at work developed heart disease. But it's hard to determine who stands at work. In the article it says, does a hockey player stand at work? What the fuck is going on? How do you there's different factors I think that go into people that stand, because they talk about that some of the problems with standing is the blood pools in your legs, and it's harder for your heart to shoot blood back up your body or something. It's for fuck's sake, I'm just gonna work. Can I sleep in a hammock and work and just fucking tape a computer to my fucking forehead? What is that better? What do I do? Do I have to do fucking cartwheels? What's the trick? Take me to the fucking wizard. Take me to the wizard and tell me all I want to do is sit or stand or whatever's best for a desk job. Somebody get me to the wizard. Okay, so that's what's on my mind right now. I don't know if it's bothering you guys if you read the same kind of bullshit, but I'm still gonna stand because I like it. I don't give a shit. Okay, truth be told, I don't give a fuck. Now the other article that came out. Okay. Oh wait! Before I move on, just as a little thing, I found an article from a Harvard study. And it said that from the people that they were monitoring while sitting, study subjects burn 80 calories an hour, about the same as typing or watching TV. I burn 80 calories an hour just watching TV? Fuck's sake, I knew binge watching was good for you. Standing, the number of calories burned were only slightly higher than that at 88 calories per hour. Whoa. So I only burn 8 more calories an hour standing than sitting. And then walking burns 210 calories an hour. Okay. So I think you get it. I get it. Fucking just, I think people are already doing it. Your desk is a fucking treadmill and you just constantly walk and, burn thousands of calories a day while you're working, and everybody will be thin again. And back to those days when everyone was thin, I don't think that ever existed. But maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll be more alien looking and it'll be more kind of fun to see each other looking ghoulish. So yeah, that's right. I just wanted to tell you that breakdown of calories for sitting versus standing. Don't give a shit. My back doesn't hurt as much. Leave me the fuck alone. The other thing I want to talk about, there's just like every once in a while, there's just like a very Toronto Sun-esque article that comes out in the Star. And this one's about vegan food again. Now, this one right off the bat, you can tell it's going to be fully biased from someone who's like, well, I eat meat and it tastes good and vegan food sucks. So, there's no positive well, maybe I just need to do more of this. And instead it's like, let me read you some of the highlights from this. So this writer essentially saying that you can't make everybody switch to vegan food because vegan food sucks. It doesn't taste good. It tends to involve a lot of flax seeds. That's one of her quotes. And one of the studies that she talks about is according to a Columbia University study in 2013, 42% of respondents, all of them college students at the school, said they'd give up oral sex before they give up cheese. She wanted to point out that they were college students because these guys are horny. These guys and gals are horny people, and they're willing to give up the horniness and the sex for cheese, okay? It is important to people, apparently. And you know what? I agree. I love cheese. I don't agree with that, but I agree with the fact that cheese is delicious. I've actually started to get more into blue cheese for the first time in my life. I really like the funk now. I really enjoy the funk. And, but in moderation, you can't be eating that shit all the time. It's fucking bad for you. And I don't think that vegan companies need to make food as realistic for meat eaters, to trick them. I don't think it's a tricking thing. You have to make a choice. And how have you not had good vegan food? There's tons of good vegan food. If you're looking for junky shit that you want to eat, they make fucking great substitutes for all that. I don't need a plant-based burger that bleeds. That's not cool, okay? Nobody orders bloody burgers anymore. The last person to do it was Mia Wallace in Pulp Fiction. And then everyone was like, that's probably what made her do something dumb, like snort heroin without knowing. So that's why people don't have bloody burgers anymore, okay? So when I read this article, I felt like there's a friend of the pod that was on episode 3, Hold the Beef. Andrew Gardner lives out in San Francisco now. And he has a Twitter bot called Veg Assist. So essentially if anyone does a tweet and is like, oh, I really want to go vegan, but then it's kind of like he gets some kind of notification and he will respond and try to encourage them to go vegan, which I think is a very cool thing. And he's not too over the top. He's not mean. He's not mean about it. He's just trying to be supportive and, trying to be helpful because he's a pretty intense vegan and he loves vegan food. So I knew that it being in a big paper like the Toronto Star, I had to send it to him. I had to see if he would say anything. And immediately, he rattled off a bunch of tweets because he was pissed, which, is great. That's what I wanted. I wanted him to respond because it's I guess this is kind of the battle that he has to deal with, is people just not understanding that, you know, vegetables can taste good. We're supposed to eat so many vegetables. Like, I don't understand why there's this, like, vegan food is shit. Like, it's not like that bag of fake beef boiling on the stove anymore. They got good restaurants. They got junky restaurants. They got fucking healthy, really good restaurants too. Like, you just got to open up your fucking mouth and shove it in, for crying out loud. But anyways, if you, follow at Plory there if you want to get some tips on going vegan, because I do agree with it. I think that is something that we should do. If not fully, you should incorporate a lot more of it into your diet. You should cut down on meats and dairy, absolutely. And and then, if you want to make the plunge, go for it. So check him out. And Toronto Star, stop fucking pissing me off with these fucking articles that I read every day. I'm already worried about North Korea. Scientologists are probably pissed at me because I mentioned them. I didn't say anything bad, but I mentioned them. Okay, there's probably if Plory's got a bot for Vegicist, I'm sure Scientology's got a bunch of bots. Anytime you mention anything, oh Jesus, oh I'm in it deep, buddy. But this is pretty much it. This is it. We're at the 25-ish minute mark, and I think I've had a good rant this time. I feel good though, guys. I think that we're gonna start to see some real weight loss here soon. I'm feeling compelled here, and if you're out there having your weight struggle as well, I wish you all the best, and keep it up, man. Just fucking focus on you. Don't focus on other people or how they make you feel. Just fucking take one thing that's gonna make you feel better, and that's it, and go from there. So I will see you motherfuckers next week if I don't cap this. Oh, this is getting kind of weird, me talking like this. I should stop. I don't know. The 27th thing, I don't think it's going to have the same impact if I stop the podcast now. So I'll probably see you in episode 28. Okay, bye.